Hi guys, Mimi's back to read you a story. I really like this one. It is, I don't know if you've ever heard about bucket fillers and bucket dippers, but that's what it's going to talk about, and I'll explain that to you throughout the book, okay? It's called Have You Filled a Bucket Today? A Guide to Daily Happiness for Kids by Carol McLeod, illustrated by David Messing. He has some really good illustrations, I believe. And I really like the concept of this book. I hope you do too. All day long, everyone in the whole wide world walks around carrying an invisible bucket. You can't see it, but it's there. See? They're all around the world. Those are people from all around the world. They're carrying an invisible bucket. What does invisible mean? I just said it. You can't see it. It's invisible. You have a bucket. Each member of your family has a bucket. Your grandparents, friends, and neighbors all have buckets. Everyone carries an invisible bucket. Even the donkey has a bucket. All of their buckets are pretty full. Let's hear how that happens. Your bucket has one purpose only. Its purpose is to hold your good thoughts and good feelings about yourself. You feel happy and good when your bucket is full. All the way full means all the way to the top. And you feel sad and lonely when your bucket is empty. Empty, nothing in it. That's what empty means. Happy when it's full and sad when it's empty. Other people feel the same way too. They're happy when their buckets are full and they are sad when their buckets are empty. It's great, to have a full bucket, and this is how it works. Other people can fill your bucket and you can fill theirs. You can fill your own bucket too. So, how do you fill a bucket? Let's find out. Let's find out how to fill a bucket. Ready? You fill a bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, or even when you give someone a smile. That's being a bucket filler. A bucket filler is a loving, caring person who says and does nice things to make others feel special. When you treat others with kindness and respect, you fill their bucket. He's holding that umbrella for her. It's filling both of their buckets. And she is giving her some flowers. That is definitely a bucket filler. But you can also dip into a bucket and take out some good feelings. You dip into a bucket when you make fun of someone, when you say or do mean things, or even when you ignore someone. Ignore is to mean you don't pay attention to them at all. That's not very nice. That's bucket dipping. Bullying is bucket dipping. When you hurt others, you dip into their bucket. You will dip into your own bucket too. So those girls are making fun of her, and that's dipping into her bucket and theirs. It's not being nice. Now he is being a bully. He's pushing that boy with his lunch. That is definitely a bucket dipper. Many people who dip have an empty bucket. They may think they can fill their own bucket by dipping into someone else's, but that will never work. You will never fill your own bucket when you dip into someone else's. But guess what? When you fill someone's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. You feel good when you help others feel good. So see, he feels bad, so he thinks he should dip into other people's bucket. Since he feels bad, that makes me sad. And when you fill other people's bucket, it makes you happy too. All day long, we are either filling up or dipping into each other's buckets by what we say and what we do. Try to fill a bucket and see what happens. You love your mom and dad. Why not tell them you love them? You can even tell them why. Your caring words will fill their buckets with joy. I know that for sure. Because when my kids tell me how much they love me, and my grandkids, it really fills my bucket. Watch for smiles to light up their faces. You will feel like smiling too. A smile is a good clue that you have filled a bucket. If you practice, you'll become a great bucket filler. Just remember that everyone carries an invisible bucket, and think of what you can say or do to fill it. Remember, that's a good visual. You can think about, they have a bucket. How can I fill their bucket today? How can I make them happy? Here are some ideas for you. You could smile and say hi to the bus driver. He has a bucket too. You can invite the new kid at school to play with you. That made that bus driver happy. It filled his bucket when you're so nice. He invited the new kid to play. That makes you happy. It's hard being the new kid in a school, right? Or new to school. You could write a thank you note to your teacher. You could tell your grandpa that you like spending time with him. There are many ways to fill a bucket. Does any of that cost money? It doesn't, does it? Maybe a thank you note, but if you already have paper, you can just write it on there. Telling people how you feel and how they make you feel doesn't cost a dime, and it makes people feel really good inside. Bucket filling is fun and easy to do. It doesn't matter how young or old you are. It doesn't cost money, see? It doesn't take much time. And remember, when you fill someone else's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. When you're a bucket filler, you make your home, your school, and your neighborhood better places for all. Bucket filling makes everyone feel good. It makes everybody, oh, look at all those good feelings flying around. I love it. Makes the world a better place, bucket filling. So why not decide to be a bucket filler today and every day? Just start each day by saying to yourself, I'm going to do something to fill someone's bucket today. And at the end of each day, ask yourself, did I fill a bucket today? I think you will be surprised at how easy you can fill a bucket, guys. You can do it. Yes, I did. That's the life of a bucket filler. And that's you. You are a bucket filler. I believe it. Okay, I'm going to tell you some ways after I show you. This is the front cover of Have You Filled a Bucket Today? The back cover, do you like that? These are all books, the bucket filling books, and we will look at some more. I might get some more to show you, okay? This is the spine. It has the name of the book on it. Okay, so we talked about bucket filling and dipping. I will tell you some things that fill my bucket, and I try to think of it every day. And sometimes I'm a dipper. I try not to be, and it hurts my heart when I am. When I know I hurt someone, it does dip from my bucket, and it makes me feel really bad. So I don't want to dip from someone's bucket. I always want to fill it up. I think it is important to tell everyone around you how important they are and how special they are. It really does make a difference. It really does. Some bucket fillers for me, somebody to fill my bucket, is when I get hugs and kisses from the people I love, from when the kids that I work with, they tell me how much they like to play with me and how much fun they have, or they draw me a picture. That really fills my bucket. It really, really does. For me to do something that fills my bucket is helping others. My job really, really, really fills my bucket. Every once in a while I can get a bucket dip, but not really at work, because my kids are so amazing. They always fill my bucket. What else? What is a bucket dipper? Well, some of the dips that I might dip out of my bucket is if someone says something mean to me. That really hurts my heart, and it dips out of my bucket and makes me feel bad. It hurts my heart when other people are being hurt. A lot of people are hurt in the world, and that really dips out of my bucket. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. It hurts me to see other people hurt, and I don't want them to be hurt. So I want their bucket to be full and my bucket to be full. So I have to do all I can to fill up people's buckets. It may not always be given back, but that's not what I have to worry about. I just have to worry about how I can fill a bucket, okay? And then how I possibly could dip from a bucket? What if I'm feeling bad one day and I say something angry at someone that I love or anybody? That would dip my bucket and their bucket. I would be dipping from their bucket. And that is not a good thing. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to work on all of those things, and I want to let's be bucket fillers together, okay? If you want to say in the comments some ways you filled buckets, that would make me so happy in my heart. I would love that, since I shared some of my bucket fillers. I would love to hear how you fill buckets, okay? So keep filling your buckets, and tomorrow we're going to do a craft, a bucket filler craft. It's going to be fun and interesting, and then I'll tell you different ways you can do a visual for kids for bucket filling, okay? That's all Mimi has for now. Mimi's going to sign off for now, but I will see you tomorrow on Mimi's Adventures. Bye.